With that being said, it is Lions-Texans week, and there are some things to look forward to, not so much for this game, but for the season, right? I mean, I don't know about you. I'm at the point right now, let's effing go, right? Look at that. Could you imagine watching that all day?
Beautiful.
That's the stuff I see. Like, I love stuff like that, man.
Because guys stick out. You see a guy that sticks out. Like, you hear a broadcaster, Sean, like a young broadcaster, and you go like this, that guy's going to be good. You said that about your analyst for Wayne State. That guy's going to be good.
Grant Perry.
Grant
Perry, the high school games.
He's going to be good.
He'll be good. National soon. Shout out, Grant. What's up?
You see the same thing here. You pick out guys. You write numbers down. You keep track. That's what you look for in these games, and that's what the Texans and the Lions go at it today, and, of course, they play on Saturday. So that's what you look for.
We all miss, like, I think I told you guys a story. The first Sunday I saw Kenny Golladay, I was like, holy shit. I'm not joking.
No.
I don't know what happened to Kenny because he then made it translate on the field, and it looked like it was onward and upward. Maybe he was just a guy that wanted the bag. I don't know. But for him to fade the way he did was mind-boggling.
He didn't fade. He fell off a cliff.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Another worthless helmet I have at home as well, too.
Oh, my gosh. He was so – I'm not joking that –
I mean, the Giants paid him, and they paid.
Maybe he was a guy that was about the bag. I don't know. Some guys, it's like when you get the bag, it changes you. You know, maybe that hunger isn't there anymore. And, man, you know what? I got my guaranteed money. I'm cool. All right? It doesn't mean you're always going to be right. I mean, we could do something funny one day, guys that you missed on. You know, and I can tell you, especially for me, doing all the hockey games that I've done, you know, from every level, guys in junior, you know, and I watched this kid 100 times in the Ontario Hockey League. He's going to be a stud. Nothing. You know, college guys, things like that. There's no rhyme or reason, but there's something cool about seeing those guys, especially when they're taking on guys that have established themselves as professionals. And that's, I think that's the beauty of camp, is trying to figure out a way to distinguish yourself. I mean, could you imagine being a young pup? You're a young, intense guy, and you're like, you know what? You had one guy leave. You had one guy retire. I got a chance to be a rookie on the Detroit Lions. One of, whether you like it or not, is inconsequential. One of the premier teams in the National Football League. And your first day at camp, you're all giddy. You can't wait. This is your opportunity. And then Aiden Hutchinson's lined up across you. I'd poo myself.
Of course.
I don't care how good you think you are. This is the best of the best, man. And that's so Maz, I'm with you. You got me all fired up even thinking about
it. Man. It's awesome. And we got another Kay Adams who was at the Lions camp. Then she went to the Bears. Now she's with the Vikings. I think she hits the Packers today. So she did the NFC North. So the other day we played a bunch of sound for her. This one is her asking Jahmyr Gibbs about splitting carries with David Montgomery, and he don't give a damn.
Can y'all explain the dynamic between the two of you, how it works from a personal standpoint and also player?
We're very selfless. I care for him like a brother. I know he feels the same way. We want to see each other succeed. I mean, we just go out there and play. I mean, whatever happens after that happens. I mean,
but y'all gotta look at like Saquon, and what did he have? 370 touches last year. Like, y'all don't look at that. Like you're saying, a little selfish. Like, damn, give me that rock 350. What can I do with 350?
I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's cool, but like, I'm worried more about winning a Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie. So like, whatever that looked like, I could have 100 less, 50 less. I really just want to win because I haven't won like a state championship, a national championship. So I really just want to win the ball.
Pivot podcast. Jahmyr Gibbs just wants to win a Super Bowl. That's all these guys want to do. They don't care how many times they get the ball. You heard David Montgomery, and Sean's going to get excited when I say this again. Angry David Montgomery, a guy that we're not talking about him. We're not.
Boo, he's done. He can't do anything.
We're
Boo,
not talking
David
about him.
Montgomery.
No one's saying
we
that.
should just cut him. Boo, boo. I want him angrier. Now, by the way, you guys know I love David Montgomery.
I know we do.
I do.
We love him.
But I want him to hold that anger. He shouldn't get any carries. Jahmyr Gibbs, 99% of boo, hiss, boo. I love angry David Montgomery. I want more. No, and listen, that's the National Football League today. Maz, you and I grew up in an era, and I think a lot of people out there can remember. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to bore you with details. I could pick like the 1980s, and Maz and I could sit here and bore the shit out of you for the next 10 minutes. I could name you to this day, 40 years later, every single team's starting running back.
Amen.
Because they all got, like they were just talking about, the 300, 350 carries, right? You knew when the Dallas Cowboys were coming to town, you had to stop number 33, Tony Dorsett. You knew when the Pittsburgh Steelers were coming to town, you had to stop number 32, Franco Harris. Like, you Joe Cribbs from the Bills, right? Like, you
Freeman
knew,
McNeil.
right?
Jets.
You knew that was the guy that you had to stop, all right? It's over.
Riggins.
Yeah, the exceptions to the rule, you know, Saquon. Like there's Saquon, and then who else? Right? McCaffrey, don't give me McCaffrey.
Derrick Henry, maybe, back in the day.
Yeah, but not like today.
Not right now.
Don't give me McCaffrey because he can't stay healthy.
No.
I mean, he can't. He did that one year, had a monster year, but I think you're going to see the usage worked a little bit differently now. So with that being said, man, and I believe those guys. I 100% believe those guys that's their mentality. Okay, whatever helps us to win. And then if you win, then if at that point in time you could say, you know what, maybe it's time for me to look for my bag. Now that I got that Super Bowl ring, maybe it's time for me to look for that bag.
Sonic and Knuckles, man. And Knuckles himself, David Montgomery, said that Jahmyr Gibbs will become the best running back in the game. So I've been saying it, and I'm glad to hear someone that's working with this kid saying it as well, because he will be the best running back in the NFL. He will be a top 3 pick in all your fantasy drafts. If you pass him up in the top 3 picks, you're making a mistake.
Boo, David Montgomery. Boo, you're just like Tim Patrick. You're going to be gone. Boo, boo, hiss, boo. And Dave, listen, if your fuel is hearing me say that, come in here and punch my lights out and then go rush for $150. I'm cool with that. I'll take one for the team. Jeez. Cave my face in and then go for 150 and 2 touchdowns. I'm totally cool with that. Nice to see Wingo back on the field. Let's talk about him. There hasn't been a lot of talk about him. I'm intrigued to get your guys' take. But we got some sound with that.
Yeah, man, it's been a long process. Had surgery in December. The initial goal was to be back by the start of training camp. That didn't happen. I had to go back in, get something cleaned up in the knee. So that kind of pushed me back a little bit, but I've been working my butt off, man. I'm glad to be back.
You know who's a big fan of his? Anson. Anson, since day one, has rung the bell on Mekhi Wingo. I like this kid. Late round pick, was injured in college. Otherwise, he would have been a higher pick. I think this kid's got the goods. I do.
We talk about it all the time. Gone are the days where you have a 4 or 5 man rotation. You have a heavy rotation. But KG, honestly, again, I think people are sleeping on this front 4, no matter what the incarnation is, because you have guys like this that are going to be part of that rotation.
No, absolutely. And I've been on board with this maybe over the last week, that a lot of people are sleeping on what this Lions defensive front can really look like. And even in the face of Aleem McNeil being gone, the fact that you're getting Hutch back, I think, is the biggest factor here, because he's going to be able to mask a lot of your problems on defense just off of him being him. Just Hutch going out there and being the best Hutch that we know him to be. And by all accounts, he's going to be even better, if that's possible, coming into this year. But you still got DJ Reader. Tyleek looks like he's going to be really good, and he only really has one job this year, and that's to be stout in the run game. That's all this Lions team is really looking for. They need you to just plug those gaps, make sure you're stopping those runners, and if you can provide a pass rushing upside, that'll be even great. But like I said, you still got DJ Reader, and you're going to have a hopefully healthy Marcus Davenport, AQM. You know, you got some guys. It's not like this Lions defensive line is devoid of talent. They have guys on this line that's going to be able to come in and make an impact.
I love AQM, by the way. I love Muhammad. I love the path he has taken to get on this team. Wasn't he like on most other teams? Wasn't he on the Bears at one point?
I think so, yeah.
They love him. The guy, he is stout. I dig him.
I'm going to keep saying it, and you and I are on the same page here, KG. Like, I think people need to go and re-educate themselves and revisit how good that defense was last year.
Yeah.
Really until Hutch. Really until Hutch. 26-20, the game against the Rams. They lost 2016 against the Bucks. That certainly, if you remember that game, can't be pinned on the defense. 2013 over the Cards, 42-29. Hey, listen, you kept Geno Mahomes in check. So, I'll take that. 47-9 over the Cowboys. Like that's, and even after that, I mean, that defense just, the Houston Texans game.
Yeah.
Where,
Great comeback.
That offense did nothing but hurt that defense, and that defense just shut shit
five
down.
interceptions, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, just taking out the gun and shooting yourself in the foot over and over. Grant Stewart, and
that's my guy.
Maz, you talked about this. Guys that have been to other places, have seen how other places work, and then come here and see how this thing works. Grant Stewart on what separates the Lions from others.
I think how it's been confirmed is just like top down, which is like every coach, every assistant coach, head coach, coordinators. It's just an intense standard. You know what I'm saying? The intensity. It's like, of course, there's a standard everywhere you go. Every team you play for, they say there's a standard. But the intensity of the enforcement of that standard is something that I'm not quite used to. You know what I'm saying? So I've definitely gotten used to it so far, and I really enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it don't look like it out there. We might get into it or something, but I definitely appreciate being held to the highest standard, and that's what you ask for. And it's something that if you're somebody tilted, very emotional, sometimes it can be tough for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a guy with a chip on my shoulder. I might react to everything or something. So being able to mature and being coachable is something that's been a daily thing for me too. You know what I'm saying? But it's I definitely rather that than the opposite. So.
I mean, did you send?
All right, I'm going to say this, and I hope that if this gets back to Grant, you take this as the compliment I intended to be, okay? I want a guy that has that crazy eyes look like that man.
You damn right.
Did you like when he said, "I'm a guy, get a chip on my shoulder," and you saw it in his eyes. Yeah. Like for a second, I kind of backed away. Like, okay, he's got that Michael Myers shit going on with his eyes, right?
He's one of my favorite guys.
Dude, that I want that crazy man look, and he just flashed the crazy man look. Please don't kill me, Grant. I'm saying that as a compliment. I mean that as a compliment. But I want that crazed dog look in his eye. You know what I mean?
I do.
Oh, I love every second of it.
That's football, man. That guy sweats and bleeds football. And look how he hustles. And I know it's only the preseason, but you can see it in practice. That guy, he's a winner.